Good afternoon and a warm welcome to everyone who has taken the time out of their busy schedules to join us for our 15-year celebrations. It is my pleasure to warmly welcome all of you to this virtual session today. Thank you so much. 15 years ago, a small group of individuals with no previous experience in public health came together with a common purpose: to provide a home away from home for the families of children being treated for cancer. St. Jude's India Child Care Centers began by caring the children of 8 families and their families in a small center at Parel. At present, we care for 467 children and their families across 9 cities every day. I would like to invite our chairperson, Ms. Gargi Mashruwala, to begin the session with a few words.
Thank you, everyone, and a warm welcome to each one of you, especially the doctors, our donors and supporters who have joined us today to be a part of celebrating our milestone. Each one of you has been an integral part of our journey this past decade and a half. When we started in 2006, we knew we had a vision, but we were not sure where the journey would take us and how it would unfold. We started with looking after 8 families and the children that they came with in Mumbai. Today, as Arsala said, we are looking after 460 children every single day across 9 cities. Till today, in these past 15 years, we have admitted 5,228 children into our centers. They have come to us from 479 districts across 29 states and union territories of the country. They have spent over 1 million peaceful nights at our center. And all of this has happened only because of the unrelenting support that each one of you has provided us continuously over these years. Our doctors from the 34 partner hospitals, our over 6,000 donors and over 1,000 volunteers over the years have provided us with immense support and guidance during this entire journey. And this support has enabled us to actually expand our vision. We now hope to double our capacity over the next 5 years. And we aim to look after at least 1,000 children every day over these next 5 years. Last year, I would say this past 2 years, the pandemic has absolutely turned the world around. The support that we got from each one of you was very, very humbling for us. We were able to keep our centers going and ensure that our children continued the treatment during these difficult times. We ensured that they kept on their education and learning through the online platform. We invented new ways, we found new things, and all that because of the support of the immense support that each one of you all gave us. We also were able to do a lot of things that we probably would not have normally done in our course of the journey. And all of that was only possible because of the encouragement and the guidance and the push that each one of you all gave us. And this ensured that all our families stayed safe in our centers throughout the pandemic. Our staff kept on giving them encouragement. The counselors provided them with the motivation to continue during these very, very difficult times. This entire period has kind of proved of the strong relationships that have been formed with each one of you over the last 15 years. And we really thank you for it. The wonderful messages and the heartwarming and encouragement messages that you all have given us during the celebration of this milestone has given us something where I think when I speak for every one of us at St. Jude's, that if cancer won't stop, neither will we at St. Jude's. Thank you.
Thank you, Gargi ma'am. Thank you to all our supporters and well-wishers in India and abroad. And thank you for all your beautiful and encouraging congratulatory messages that we kept pouring in throughout the year. Presenting a short video on some of the messages we have received.
नमस्ते, मेरा नाम रश्मि सिंह गुप्ता है और मैं त्रिपुरा की रहने वाली हूँ। मैं बीएससी इन रेडियोलॉजी फर्स्ट ईयर में हूँ, त्रिपुरा इंस्टीट्यूट ऑफ पैरामेडिकल साइंस से कर रही हूँ। मैं खुद कैंसर सर्वाइवर होकर ये बोलना चाहती हूँ कि हमें पढ़ाई कभी रोकनी नहीं चाहिए। हम इस बीमारी से ठीक होने के बाद भी अपना पढ़ाई कंटिन्यू कर सकते हैं और किसी भी करियर ऑप्शन को चूज कर सकते हैं। उसमें डरने की कोई बात नहीं है, और हम अपने मन में अगर हमें वो करने की ठान ली है तो हम वो कर सकते हैं। और कुछ भी करियर ऑप्शन चूज करने में हमें डरना नहीं चाहिए, और हम कुछ भी करियर ऑप्शन चूज करके फ्यूचर में उसको बहुत आगे तक लेके जा सकते हैं। धन्यवाद।
सेंट जूड से जुड़े हुए सभी को मेरा नमस्ते। मेरा नाम शिव प्रफुल्ल मोरे है। मैं 10 साल का हूँ। मैं भारतीय विद्यापीठ इंग्लिश मीडियम स्कूल में पढ़ता हूँ। उसमें मैं 3rd स्टैंडर्ड में पढ़ता हूँ। स्कूल के हर कंपटीशन में, पढ़ाई में और आउटडोर एक्टिविटीज में मैं अपना बेस्ट देने की और सबसे आगे रहने की कोशिश करता हूँ। इसमें सबसे बड़ा योगदान सेंट जूड का है। सेंट जूड हमेशा मुझे मोटिवेट करता है, इसलिए मैं सेंट जूड को थैंक यू कहना चाहता हूँ।
नमस्ते, मैं हेमलता मोरे, मैं शिव की मम्मी हूँ। सेंट जूड में हम 2014 साल में सेंट जूड से जुड़े। जिस प्रकार एक माँ अपने बच्चे का पेट में रहते ख्याल रखती है और ताकि बाद में उसको एक स्वस्थ और निरोगी बच्चा जन्म ले, उसी प्रकार सेंट जूड हमारे बच्चों की माँ है, जहाँ पे रहने के बाद, ट्रीटमेंट लेने के बाद हमारे बच्चों का नया जन्म हुआ है। तो सही मायने में सेंट जूड हमारे बच्चों की माँ है, ट्रीटमेंट के साथ भी और ट्रीटमेंट के बाद भी।
Our core mission remains to ensure that no child is denied a safe, hygienic place to stay while undergoing the treatment of cancer. And today we are thrilled to have one of the children from our very first batch when we started in 2006, Nazia Saeed. She has successfully completed her B.Ed and is currently interning with us. She's supporting us to administer the Aspiration Index. She'll share about her journey before and after St. Jude's. Over to you, Nazia.
Good afternoon to my all guardian of St. Jude, to my proud doctors and all the staff. First of all, I want to congratulations to St. Jude to complete 15th years. Many congratulations. And I am a part of St. Jude from 2006, when I was just 10 years old, and now I'm 26 years, and still St. Jude is a part of my life. मैं हमेशा बोलती हूँ कि सेंट जूड जो है वो मेरा दूसरा फैमिली है, माय सेकंड फैमिली। 15 इयर्स में जितना भी मुझे जो भी प्रॉब्लम आया, मैं मेरे हेल्थ इशू को लेके या करियर इशू को लेके, वो सेंट जूड हमेशा सपोर्ट किया है। और नाउ सेंट जूड हमेशा मोटिवेट करता है मुझे, और सेंट जूड में रह के सिर्फ ट्रीटमेंट ही नहीं, वो हमेशा आपके अंदर की क्वालिटी को, कॉन्फिडेंट डेवलप करना, जो कॉन्फिडेंट हम अपने ट्रीटमेंट की वजह से लूज कर देते हैं, हमारे पेरेंट्स और बच्चे, वो सारे कॉन्फिडेंट को डेवलप भी करता है। सेंट जूड गेव मी सो मेनी चांसेस, जैसे आज भी उन्होंने दिया है मुझे चांस कि आप लोगों के सामने अपने आप को प्रेजेंट करने के लिए। और अभी इंटर्नशिप कर रही हूँ मैं सेंट जूड के साथ एस्पिरेंट इंडेक्स का। तो मुझे बहुत खुशी होती है कि सेंट जूड मुझे इस लेवल का समझता है कि मैं कर सकती हूँ, और इसके साथ मुझे भी समझ में आता है कि मेरे अंदर वो क्वालिटी है कि मैं अपने आप को शो कर सकूं कि वर्ल्ड को कि यस आई कैन डू दैट। और मेरे एजुकेशन से लेके अभी तक के जब भी मैंने कुछ भी कभी भी प्रॉब्लम फेस किया, और मैं एक बार सिर्फ वन टाइम मुझे बोलना होता है कि आई एम फेसिंग दिस प्रॉब्लम, सेंट जूड हमेशा आगे आया है। मेरे आर्टिफिशियल लिम्ब से लेके एजुकेशन से लेके, और अभी आगे का जो फोकस है मेरा जॉब का उसमें इम्प्रूवमेंट कराना है कि आप कैसे दुनिया के सामने अपने आप को दिखाओ, जताओ कि नहीं तुम बहुत कॉन्फिडेंट हो, तुम कर सकती हो। ऑलवेज सपोर्ट लाइक माय पेरेंट्स। समटाइम्स आई थॉट दैट कि मेरे पेरेंट्स मुझे जहाँ मना करते हैं नहीं तुम ये मत करो, तुमसे नहीं होगा, या तुम्हारा फिजिकल नहीं सपोर्ट करता है, सेंट जूड ऑलवेज हमेशा आ गया है कि नहीं तुमको करना चाहिए, तुम कर सकती हो। व्हेन आई वाज चाइल्ड इन सेंट जूड मैं पेंटिंग ड्राइंग्स करती थी, मुझे याद है। तो वहां पे भी मुझे सबसे पहले जो अपने अंदर की क्वालिटी पता चला था वो मुझे सेंट जूड में पता चला था कि मैं बहुत अच्छा पेंटिंग करती हूँ। और माय फर्स्ट डे जब मेरा एडमिशन हुआ था सेंट जूड में, मुझे याद है कि सिर्फ 8 रूम्स का था। और वहां पे जब मैं गई तो मतलब पूरे बेड्स रूम्स खाली थे, अभी स्टार्टअप ही हुआ था। तो गार्गी मैडम ने मुझे बोला कि हमारी पहली लड़की आई है। तो एज अ फैमिली मुझे लगा कि जैसे फैमिली में होते हैं ना कि हाँ बच्ची लड़की हुई है, लड़का हुआ है, वैसे हमारी पहली लड़की आई है। और मैम बहुत खुश हुई थी, श्यामा मैम थी, उन्होंने खुद आके मेरा एडमिशन लिया। और निहाल सर थे। मुझे वो फर्स्ट डे हमेशा याद रहता है, वो मेरे लाइफ का एक परमानेंट मेमोरी बन गया है कि कैसे उन्होंने मुझे वेलकमिंग किया था। जैसे कि अभी बहुत सारे बच्चे जो है वो वहां रह कर ट्रीटमेंट कराते हैं, और मेरे जो ट्रीटमेंट हुआ वो 2005 में एंड हो चुका था। बट 2005 में जो मैंने सरवाइव किया है, उसी टाइम पे मुंबई में हाई टाइड भी आया था, वो सारी चीजें बहुत याद रहता है। वो सारे बच्चे जो संजूट से जुड़े हैं दे आर वेरी लकी कि इतने बुरे सिचुएशन में संजूट जैसा एक सपोर्ट है उनके लाइफ में। तो मुझे याद आता है अपना 2005 कि किस तरह से मैंने सरवाइव किया मेरे पेरेंट्स से, रहने को लेकर, खाने को लेकर, डबल एक तो एक्सपेंस इतना होता ही है कैंसर का, और प्लस वो। तो 2006 में जब से मैं जुड़ी हूँ, और जब मेरा 18 प्लस हुआ तभी मुझे ये फील था कि कहीं मुझे शेड्यूल फिर मना ना कर दे, क्योंकि वो चाइल्ड केयर सेंटर है। बट स्टिल आई एम 26 और स्टिल हम जुड़े हुए हैं। और मैं संजूट के साथ मतलब एक होते ना उम्र गुजारना, तो मैं चाहूंगी मैं संजूट के साथ मैं भी एक पूरी जिंदगी उनके साथ गुजारूं। और वेरी गुड लक एंड बेस्ट विशेस फ्रॉम माय और फैमिली, मेरी पूरी फैमिली की तरफ से, नॉट माय पेरेंट्स ओनली, माय ब्रदर्स। वो भी बहुत बातें हमारे डिस्कस होते हैं कि नहीं बहुत सपोर्टिव है। तो बेस्ट विशेस टू माय ऑल संजूट एंड
चलो कुछ
वेरी
नहीं, मैं भी
हेल्थ
दो
विशेस
करती हूँ।
एंड वेल्थ हेल्थ भी बहुत अच्छे रहे हमारे उन सारे स्टाफ का जो इन पे लगे हुए हैं, वो सारे लीडर का, हमारे सारे मेंटर का, जो सपोर्टर्स है, वो उन सब के लिए भी मैं बेस्ट विशेष करती हूँ।
Thank you, Nazia. Thank you for
थैंक यू
your
मैम।
kind words. Well, none of what we have done would have been really achieved without our long-term supporters and donors. It is my pleasure to invite Mr. R.K. Krishna Kumar, trustee of Sir Ratan Tata Trust, to share a few words with us.
Thank you. As you grow older and you look around, you only see suffering, particularly children, and you only see evil and force all over the world. It seems to be a very dark time for mankind. And in this darkness, as I work in the Tata Trust and the Tata companies, I looked for a single flash of God's act, of kindness, of His mercy. And I was so proud to be associated with St. Judes, which I believe is an act of God. It has been such a wonderful partner to have in this enterprise. We were planning to have a much larger relationship, and I hope that comes to life one of these days. St. Jude's is an association, is an organization unique. And I think one would like to congratulate not only St. Jude's as an organization, but the founder, Sal and Shama, who have given unstinted time to develop it into what it is, a flower that is a sign of positivity in this dark world. I'm very happy that you're celebrating your 15th anniversary, but I have no doubt, given its goodness given the power of his idea to last for many, many decades. I wish it all the best.
Thank you so much, sir. Thank you so much. The journey of St. Jude started with a dream of Nihal sir and Shama ma'am. I would now request Nihal sir to share with us some memories of this beautiful journey. Over to you, sir. Sir, you're on mute.
You're on mute.
Sorry, Dr. Badre, and all of you attending this joyous event. I see there are over 160 now attending. Much has been said and written about why we exist, what we do, how we do it, and where we have expanded and spread our wings. So I'm going to focus on the who. Thinking big, we started small and we moved fast. In the beginning, there were 13 volunteers, team members, 3 staff, 1 consultant, that was Rajiv Upalekar, who designs and builds all our centers, and 1 contractor. He was a driver called Das. And this little band of 18 people working for St. Jude's has now grown, as you see, to over 400 people who are working for St. Jude's today. As you heard, starting with 8 children, the parents, families, we can now take care of 467 families at any one time. This will more than double, as Gargi said, in the next 5 years. We had only 1 donor to start with, yes. And now, as Gargi said, we have 6,000 small donors, but we have 315 regular large donors who support our work. But most importantly, we started with 5 doctors, and we're now working with 88 doctors today, serving them, helping them with their work. The 12 founding TMs, and you'll see them on this and the next slide, we met for the first time on the 9th, Thursday, the 9th of February, 2006. And all the founding members were children of our family, and that's Shama and mine, and also children of friends of ours. Ashutosh Pednekar, you see there, is the son of our doctor, who's been looking after me for, I don't know, 50 or 60 years. Aditya is a nephew of Shama's. Jai, my goodness, that goes back a long time, because his grandparents looked after the family legal work in Shama's family, and then his parents and Shama and I were friends, and Jai and Apurva are friends with my daughter. And Ajanta, of course, was the daughter-in-law of Shama's gynecologist. And so you have, as you see on the next slide, children of our friends and children in our family. We brought them in because we needed to ensure sustainability from day one. Sustainability of St. Jude's. And then there were 3 staff members. Now, if you look at the slide on the left, the lady with the gray hair in the center, that's Mrs. Raute. She used to be the secretary of a very famous orthopedic surgeon in Mumbai. So she was the sort of general manager. Then if you move towards the left and you see the girl with the orange dupatta, her name is Sharda. She was the center in charge, the center manager. And then further to the right, further to the right, after Sharda, you'll see a lady in a gray salwar kameez. She's Nanda, and she was the teacher. So these were the 3, Mrs. Raute, Sharda, and Nanda. They ran the first center. on Gudi Padwa Day, which was the 31st of March, 2006, we opened this prototype center, which you'll see on the slide on the right there. And it is in the BDD Chawls in Mumbai, and it was named for my mother, as you'll see on the top there, Rani Mukherjee Memorial Center. Now that the job of this prototype center, which we iterated for about 2 years to get the model right to replicate, that job is done now, so we closed it down and we started St. Jude's for Life in my mother's name to celebrate her and her life, but also to help all our alumni to achieve their aspirations. Now, the first center, this prototype center, Ajanta, Aditya, and Ruplekar did an amazing job of converting really dilapidated space into a glistening haven of peace. And they did that in a mere 8 weeks. 8 weeks, they got this whole thing done. And we opened for business. Among our first patients, the little child you see sitting in the yellow chair there is Kiran. We lost her, unfortunately. Next to her in the yellow vest is Aman. Then there's Saurabh. And there's Shilpi in pink there, you see. She's lovely. She has a pot in her arm, as you'll see, but she took her first steps at St. Jude. She said her first words in St. Jude's. And then you see Rashmi in red there, sitting on Shilpi's father's lap. Actually, Rashmi's father is the guy sitting on the right there, but Rashmi is sitting on Shilpi's father's lap, because in St. Jude's, in the center, they all bond together as one family. Today, they are, of course, all grown up and flourishing. They are engineers, paramedics, actors. The chap there, Yash, is a model and an actor. You see Nazia down there on the bottom left. She's the girl whom you saw enormous courage after having her right leg amputated at the knee. Sonal, who lost an eye, but is doing brilliantly. They're marketing executives, they're bankers, they're pharmacists. Rashmi, the little girl you saw in red sitting on Shilpi's father's lap, she's now the one on the top right there, and you saw her in the video. She's studying radiation technology in Tripura. Many of these survivors, like you heard Nazia say, are now helping us. They're volunteering at St. Jude's, and they're helping the new families. And the pipeline for the future team members is also being built. That little boy you see there sitting in the front is Rohan, my grandson. We've been training him since he was that age to actually become part of the future pipeline, learning the ropes, playing with the kids at the centers in St. Jude's. This year, our loyal group of 315 donors is growing, and each is well recognized by signage at the centers that they sponsor, and we're ever grateful to them, because everything we do is free of cost, free of charge, and we can't do it without support we have from our donors. But this year, we plan to honor our doctors individually in a special way, starting with the first event for an individual on Tuesday, the 6th of September. Why that date? Only one person in this audience really knows. For the rest of you should save that date. Do it now.
Thank you so much, sir. Thank you. At the very core of our work are our doctors who inspire us to do more and to do better. I would now like to invite Dr. Badwe, Director, Tata Memorial Center, to share a few words with us.
It's always a pleasure to be with someone, a group of individuals who, without question, support anything that we want them to do for our patients. Mr. Nihal Kaviratne, Mr. Krishna Kumar, and friends, I remember when we first start off with our oncology services, it was in our minds that we should be giving the best of the treatment, and we started steps towards it somewhere in 2001, 2002 to match the global standards. While we did that, what came to our mind was that this constitutes only 50% of what we give to our patient. The rest of the 50% is what's happening to them outside of medical treatment, and that needs huge amount of support. In absence of that, the whole process of delivery of care remains lopsided. And it is this 50% that has been brought in by St. Jude's. Somebody did mention that it is a family, and the hallmark of a family is there is something that you can draw from it every time there is a need felt without any questions asked and without any expectations. So that's what St. Jude does, and in my opinion, we have made it amply clear in our governing council as well as in our collegium that wherever we go, St. Jude will be with us. So thank you very much, St. Jude, for giving us this feeling of togetherness, and I'm sure so many of these children who get cured between age 3 and 12 and 15 would contribute 60, 70 years of years to society, and they will be a great asset, not just to Tata Hospital and to St. Jude's, but the whole of India. Thank you very much for that. And we again pledge the same togetherness forever. Thank you.
Thank you so much, sir, for your kind words. To mark this special occasion, we would like to release a book which captures our 15-year journey and voices from our friends and well-wishers. I would now request Nihal sir, Mr. R.K. Krishna Kumar, Dr. Badwe, Dr. Gupta, and Dr. Khatri to kindly unveil the book. Also would request the rest of us to please hold up your copies so we can all see them.
I have a copy, but I didn't bring it here.
Yes, sir. Yes, send a copy.
Very, very inspiring.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you once again, everyone, for your time and for your well wishes to St. Jude. We'll continue to do our best and serve the society and the children and the families the way we have been doing. Thank you so much, everyone. Stay safe.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.